Yo J Squad, welcome back to another video, and today we are doing solving dilemmas. So I've got you guys to send in your dilemmas and today we're going to answer them. So today I have here on my channel
Curbs, Keys,
Nelly. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I am Nelly.
It will be in the description box below, so make sure you guys do up her thing.
Natalia.
TV.
Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe in this video, turn on your post notifications and comment down below what video you want to see from me next, and let's get right into the video. I've gotten you guys to send in your questions on YOLO, so we're going to answer it off there, innit? So the first one says, my girl best friend's boy best friend likes me, what should I do? I don't want to mess up the group dynamic.
Sticky on still.
Yeah.
No, not really.
That's not really a sticky
The
situation.
reason why, because if you lot both like each other,
Yeah.
and things could work or whatever, when you lot are all in a group, you don't have to be like, oh, there's the couple and the friend. Like, you can still have that friendship bond. You can still.
But however though, yeah, if that up, yeah, the group dynamic is now like weird, because then you have to figure out if you lot can coexist with each other in that group. And then say if you guys can't, it's just going to be an awkward thing because your best friend is going to have to pick between both of you and they can't even like have you in the same space and stuff like that. So that's kind of like...
And you just flop them.
Nah, I don't
Yeah.
think it's that
Even if
deep.
it doesn't
I
work
agree
out, it
with
doesn't have
Natalia.
to be that bad.
It's not ideal.
Like,
regardless, you yourself, you're gonna feel a bit weird because you know you like that way, innit? So if it flops, it flops. If don't flop, it flops. Regardless.
But some people take stuff to heart though. Like some man them can't take rejection. So it's a thing where if it doesn't work out, somebody will be moving with like either you or.
then you're
You're
immature.
away.
Sorry.
You can't
Then
get
you're
it don't
immature.
work, fam.
Yeah.
It's not up. It's long.
Because it's like if he had a best friend and he's my cousin, and then I go chat to his best friend and that messes up, like we can't be in the same, like it would
Why
be
not?
weird.
Why not?
No,
Because I feel like it's even like girls carry more emotions than boys, so it's kind of like they will have something. An
No, not all the
ulterior
time,
motive.
you know. Unless they've like cheated or done something mad,
Mm.
then I can understand where the
Right.
big issue comes from. But if it just didn't work out because you don't realise, wow, like we're actually better as friends than being
Still gonna
together.
be awkward, though.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's gonna change.
Yeah, it won't be the
Just
same.
stuff you
It
do
won't
in
be
a
the same.
relationship.
But then again, I don't feel like just because that could possibly happen, that you shouldn't even go for that.
Alright, cool. On the flip side, yeah, if it's a thing where you've been around this person for the past 5 years and stuff like that, and there's a thing there but you just never tried it because you're scared of the inevitable in it. If it's adapting and you feel the energy and stuff like that, then go ahead and try, because obviously there's a connection there that you've been feeling for so long. But then you do have to like take into consideration that could always flop. So it's whether you would want to take the risk or not and do that. But like in most cases,
But that goes for anything.
Yeah.
Though. Like even if there's no best friend or nothing involved, like if it flops, like remember, it's your feelings like between you and that person. Like no, when you get with somebody, you don't want it to flop. Like
Right.
you don't want that to ever happen, but it does happen.
yeah.
But then just because there's like a whole bunch of friends involved, I understand the whole, oh yeah, we're a close unit and stuff like that. But yeah, I do agree it will change, but you don't have to be mad, you don't have to be awkward. Like I feel like exes can coexist and be cool. Like,
And I feel
without
like
having to be mad awkward.
your best friend will be rooting for you lots as well, because I feel like some people like to see, because it's like a close-knit friendship in it. So I'm guessing that you guys will know each other's traits and stuff like that. So I'm guessing you would have evaluated all of that before you made your decision, and obviously you came to the point where you're feeling some type of way. So I feel like if you jump that gun and you do make your feelings be known, it's obviously you've considered all of that and that person ticks all your boxes and stuff like that. So then on that point I would say go for it, but then you just have to consider that.
Yeah.
Just don't fuck up.
Also, remember it's you guys' relationship. So although there's a best friend, they don't need to be in your relationship heavy
Right.
just because you lot are
Yeah.
like some big group. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
but to answer your question, I would say I would go for it. If you're not,
Yeah.
then it's nothing much. Like they just told you like them, you don't have to say anything. Just be like, okay, cool, I understand how you feel, and that's that. But if you do like them back, I would say go for it.
I would say it's a sticky one, because you can be around somebody so much and you actually end up liking. Alright, cool. On that basis, I would say yes as well. Go for it. Who says yes and who says no? Go for it and not go for it.
I'm saying no still.
You say no.
Yeah,
I'm saying no, fam.
I think go for it. Like, do you know what it is? That could be the parent of your kid one day, innit?
True.
You never know, like, and do you know, I've seen it. It messes up a lot of times. I've seen it. I've
really
seen it a few
depends.
times. What age do you think it's okay to lose your virginity?
The age of consent. It's the worst.
Do you know what?
Whenever you're comfortable, innit?
I think whenever you're ready.
I agree. I think no. I don't think you can. I don't think you should be too young. But then again, I think that as long as your partner's okay with it and you're okay with it, and it isn't just any girl that's just willing to open their legs. I feel like if you two,
Oh boy.
I don't know. I feel like when you guys lose your virginity young, yeah, your mind ain't ready for all of that. thing, because that's when it gets into, you get obsessed and stuff like that. And like you're like, oh, I lost my virginity, and then it's like kind of like a hype thing, like, oh yeah, I this man this day, and and I feel like at that age, you're very inquisitive, and you're gonna want to go out there, like you're gonna be intrigued by
And
sex.
what age are you trying to?
No, but
Like 13-year-olds.
if she's chatting like that and she's young, she's just scared. She's drags.
Yeah, because I'm like, a girl losing her virginity at like the age 13, that can turn her into a scare, and I feel like that's most cases as well, because she wants to explore, like she's just discovering her body, she's like gone into puberty and stuff like that, so I feel like she's gonna be like, oh yeah, I want to see what it feels like with this guy,
And
a
she's
white
so
guy,
young.
Asian, this, that, like,
She's
her
so
mindset's still
rubbed out.
molding and all of that, so I feel like you should wait till you mature a bit more, at least get to the stage where you're ready to do your GCSEs, where the law says your mind's a
But
bit
even
more mature.
even when people are doing their GCSEs, they're not mature. Like
I know,
you have to
yeah,
be
yeah,
like
true.
mentally mature. You have to understand
Do you know
like
what
what you
the-
are doing. Like, and because the people are so reckless, mistake happens, all this type of stuff. You have to be
Right.
mentally mature and understand what you are doing, and you have to understand that you can't just be, as a girl, you can't just be giving yourself to any and anybody.
Yeah.
Like you have to understand that.
Some people, some boys and girls,
Yeah.
some people are like exposed to it from a young age.
Yeah,
Generally.
true.
Like I speak for myself when I say this, but I grew around a lot of sexual things, sexual
Yeah.
friends from primary school. I was hearing about it.
Yeah.
You think in primary school you're like 11 and
Yeah.
you know like people are doing things. I remember I had a friend. He had his first kiss, I think in year 5, and it was a peer pressure thing. But
I was in like nursery.
boy, if you don't,
And you know what? It
You get
takes like
excited,
one
mate,
porn
do you know what I
site
mean?
as well to set you off. I can't lie. It takes like one porn site. Somebody just sends you a link of something, and then it just intrigues your mind, and you just like, you're like, oh, I actually want to try this. Why is she screaming so much in the
Yeah.
video? Kind of thing. Like.
and you begin to wonder, you know, when people are young, they might start wondering, what's this? Like, why? Especially because nowadays, all older people try to keep it away from children. No one really talks to their 12.
And I feel like when
Yeah.
you parents
about
keep
it.
the sex talk away from the child, it makes them want to go out and learn about it more.
You
I
just
feel
learn
like,
from school, basically,
yeah.
from their environment.
I think it's okay to start having sex when you're mentally like
Okay.
stable to take on all the repercussions that
Yeah.
might follow. So like
and beating from your mother too.
you know that if you go and pipe, there's a possibility that you could get a girl pregnant, or you as
Right.
yourself as a girl you could get pregnant, or
You get
one of the
kicked
two
out
of you
of
could
shit.
catch something. And
And the thing as well, when you lot use your virginity, you do have to consider that there's always a risk that you can always get pregnant. And it's a thing where I don't feel like you should be going to the pharmacy asking for morning after pill and stuff like that, or aborting child and then going to the clinic. Like, I don't feel, you lot seem to like make sure you lot are ready, your body's still developing, your breasts are still tin balls and stuff like that. So you lot seem to like kind of like just slow it down a bit. Do you know what I mean? Like,
How about for the boys though?
for the boys, I feel like boys,
Do you think?
yeah.
nah, boys need to be mature, man. Because
I agree.
boys, I think boys, they need to learn. They need to reach a certain level of maturity
Yeah.
before they can say, "Yeah, I'm gonna start
Okay,
piping."
With that, yeah, boys are a bit too fucky in it, so they get one piece of pom pom and then they go around the whole village and like test out the whole thing.
You have to
It's
go
like-
And then they
next
go around the
village.
whole village
Yeah.
and start talking about it,
Right.
which is such a little boy move.
Right.
Like,
It's like strapped to that
Show
pretzels
your
and you just
pretzels.
go take up the pretzels
Right.
every minute and stuff like that. Just chill out just take up the whole thing, just relax in it. Because I feel like some boys feel like
Like they feel
'cause-
like they get ratings. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I pipe Sharkeisha. Like, what now? What
and
now?
sometimes
Who's
the
next?
girls look like gorilla that you man are beating, fam. It's just like kind of
But a lot of the time, guys just beat to beat.
true.
See, that's not the
But I
mentality though. Because then when you find out Sharkeisha's pregnant,
That's
Yeah,
just not-
it's a mad
That's
thing.
what I mean still.
but then on top of it, you
Just
lot are
speaking
cool
for-
with.
but then you can
Yes.
just use protection, really.
Yeah, but you lot are cool with, yeah, I piped 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You've been chatting long enough for him to claim you, but he's still doing the same rubbish. You're an idiot.
Yeah.
same rubbish, like what?
No, I feel like what she means is that she's patterned up, ready to be claimed, and he hasn't patterned up at all. So he's still living the single life, but he's still chatting to her as if he wants her, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably getting to
Like,
it as well.
you shouldn't be moving like
I
you're
think-
single, but I can.
Yeah, but the thing is, yeah, you can't just cuff any girl. Like you know if a girl's gonna let you take her for a fool, then that.
But
girl's
are we
a fool,
forgetting that the
innit?
man them usually initiate the talking stage?
No, but if a girl actually talk to her or do stuff and she's putting up with it, she's not
Yeah.
setting levels. You're not
not-
showing you,
she's
no, I
not-
won't have
Right,
that. You know what I mean?
true,
If
true,
a girl's
true.
telling you,
Free in it.
if a girl's telling you, no, I'm not having that. No, this can't go, and you're not gonna think, oh yeah, like let me still continue to do it in case I lose her. I don't
Yeah.
want to lose her, so
Yeah,
let me.
true,
You know
true.
what I mean?
He doesn't want you, sis.
It's the girl,
rare,
innit?
It's rare girls actually tell you from the get-go, like, yeah, it's this. If it's not that, then...
I don't like a girl that will let me walk all over her still. You can't pattern me, but like, you know, there's a mutual understanding, like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, that understanding, you have to have that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like, I like a girl with a little bit of fire in her, innit? So she don't let me like take the piss.
Understanding.
My ex keeps messaging me and I just want to be single for a little while. What should I do? Because I love him. It's just long right now.
Your ex is an ex for a reason.
Wait, can she say that again?
Block him.
Yeah, so
Block
it says...
block.
It says, my ex keeps messaging me and I just want to be single for a while. Okay. What should I do? Because I love him. It's just long right now.
Love can be toxic as well, so it's not.
I just don't understand what you mean by my ex keeps messaging me and I just want to be single for a while. You are single, love.
Yeah,
at this
that's what I'm
point.
saying.
You are single. And if they keep messaging you, all you have to do is block. I don't understand this whole, blah, blah. All you have to do is block. Even
She
if you
might be
don't.
whipped.
That sounds like she's like...
Okay.
It's true, but for yourself.
Okay, cool. If the fact that he keeps messaging you, that means that love is one-sided. So if you don't match his love, then what is the point? It's a relationship should be a mutual thing where both of you love each other equal or the same kind of thing. So if he's putting in more effort than you, obviously he's...
But they're not in a relationship, they're exes.
No exes.
The exes, but the fact that you still love him, but she said for now, so that means you have intentions to go back into that relationship.
You're silly.
Yeah.
What's the point of breaking up? You're just silly.
Exactly. So clearly he likes you more than you like him.
Wait,
so
can I ask a question? How is she silly? He keeps messaging her. Obviously, when you break up with somebody, the love doesn't go away straight away.
I know.
So of course she still loves him.
No, but she
She's
says
saying
for
for
now,
now.
so that means she's gonna go back to the relationship later on, but she just wants some time to herself. But then you don't.
And then when you have time to yourself, what's
'Cause
gonna happen? You might drift. You might see a different boy.
I feel like as soon as you take a break in a relationship, there's a crack in that relationship. So therefore, you shouldn't try to fill that because you can fill it back in, but it's not gonna be the same surface if you get what I mean.
And she's saying, I just want to be single for a little while. The impression I get is that because he keeps messaging her, she doesn't feel single. He's still very much in her life. That's what I feel like. So I feel like she just wants that life.
But she said that she could have got like
his ex.
Yeah,
it
why
depends
they broke
on
up,
why
yeah.
they broke up.
I personally feel like what she should do, is for yourself, like, if you break up with somebody and you lot are still communicating, there's no way you can consider that a period where you found yourself, or because when you get into a relationship, remember,
Right.
you start thinking about the other person, half of what you do is about the other person. So in a sense, it might not be negative, but you do lose yourself to some extent. If when you guys break up and you lot are still messaging each other, that person's still in your life, they're not apart. So
I agree with you as well, because part of that could be the reason why they broke up is that he wasn't putting in the effort, but like as soon as you come out of the relationship, that's when you're trying to put in the effort. So I get that as well.
personally, I think the whole reason why they broke up, I think it's mad irrelevant because she's asking what should she do about him messaging her constantly. I feel like for yourself, if you're that person that, you know what, don't feel like, if it ended bad, okay, maybe it does. If it ended real bad, then all you have to do, you don't have to explain nothing, just block them. Like, I don't understand the issue.
Yeah.
But if it was like a mutual agreement where you lot broke up or something like that, but then they're still messaging you, I would just explain, look, I wouldn't even say too tough that I still have feelings for you. I just be like, look, I understand that, you know, things have ended, blah blah blah. I feel like by you messaging me, it's just gonna keep you.
it's gonna hinder
Like,
you
it's gonna,
from moving
yeah, it's
on.
gonna keep
Like,
me like attached to you. So for both of us to move on and to
Right.
like progress in life, I'm gonna need you to stop messaging me, or I'm gonna have to take actions to block you.
Because I know plenty of people that keep going in and out of relationship, on and off relationships for the past like 5, 6, 7, 8 years. That is so toxic.
It
I don't get
is,
it.
yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah. Why you guys rubbing up?
5, 6, 7, 8 years. That's a long time.
Very long time.
I have friends that have been in that same exact situation where like they're with each other, they love each other, but something is just preventing the relationship from being like as close to perfect as possible. to each
Okay,
other.
cool. So you two are broken up here, and it's been like say 2 months down the line. She's still not ready to get back in that relationship, but she obviously still loves you. But she's now starting to go back on dates and stuff like that. How would you react to that situation?
2 months. Oh.
2-3 months. I guess.
Go on.
I don't even know. I'd find her boyfriend and beat him up.
Feel the type of way behind closed doors. You don't
The
want to
thing
come
is,
into my life.
if she's willing to, if she's going on dates, if she's going on dates already 2 months, that'll make me question that. Ross, you moved on that quick.
Okay, but remember, some people can heal faster than the other. So the way like
Just forget.
yeah,
Still,
some
like,
people are more technical.
Yeah, but alright, cool. If you've been with someone for like 3-4 years,
Yeah, I can say that.
you 3-4 years,
No, it's fine.
you break
I know what
up,
to
and
say,
then
but-
2 months later, 2 months
Like,
later, you
that's
see
But
Yeah.
her.
girls, no, let me tell you something. But
How many
remember,
hours is that though?
No. But remember, it's not that when the day you guys break up that's when she should start getting over you. Girls check out way before. I'm not
That's
saying
what I'm
like it might look to the public like, oh my gosh, like she just got out of this relationship. Da 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 da. I do believe in general you should give yourself that time away from like a significant other to find yourself and to heal yourself.
Yeah, you could.
But girls in relationships, they often do like mentally check out before, but they stay to try and work it out. But it
Even
doesn't
guys
work.
as well, guys and girls, you can be mentally and emotionally disconnected from that relationship from time, but you're still trying to like salvage something because you care about the person. Remember, care and love is two different kind of things as well. Two different things. So it's like she can still care about you, but she's just gonna do that from a distance kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you still have them exes where you check up on each other like every now and again and stuff like that. Like it's no like kind of hard feelings, but you just know it's not gonna work out. For the man them now, if the tables are turned,
I'm saying just allow it, man. Just like
I feel like most boys will take
Boys
advantage
for-
of that.
for me
I think.
personally,
yeah,
if you've been in some long relationship and you're having breakup here, breakup there, or for some reason you guys are broken up now, as you said, he's your ex or she's your ex, like just forget about it. Like personally, I feel like there's no point in being still attached to that person. That's just inviting her to come round or him to come round,
right.
try and patch things up again,
That's
and
letting
go
the
through a
door,
cycle.
like, I feel like if a relationship pushes you to the point where you act out of character and it's like you guys are breaking up constantly, then just allow that. That's
Sometimes like that, just forget about it. 'Cause, all that stress for no reason.
That's what I'm saying.
Can find happiness somewhere else.
for real.
So there's always other fishes in the sea.
Plenty.
Find happiness in my bed.
Yeah.
So something similar, but this person says, I'm having issues with my ex, still being attached. We have sex from time to time, but I just want to be left alone. Now, what should I do?
Before any of us
No.
answers that,
Or
Yeah.
what is you lot's views on soul ties and stuff like that?
And what?
Soul ties.
Gonna have to educate me real quick.
Soul ties, like, you know, you guys been talking about it a lot recently, like when you feel like your souls are attached and stuff like that. It's like when people say there's a transference of energy, well, not transference of spirits when you lots get essentially intimate, but soul ties is not necessarily when you lots get intimate. It could be like me and her hanging out a lot, that could be a soul tie, or me and like
Yeah, that's
with
weird.
anybody, like a soul tie. So what do you lots think about soul ties and stuff like that?
Hey, that's
Wow.
weird.
Because an element of soul tie could be to this, but I don't believe in them.
yeah, I
I don't
don't.
believe it.
I
Oh,
believe there's a
because some-
transference of energy, but
No, I think, because remember soul ties is more like the Christian
Yeah.
thing, if that makes sense. So I feel like with that, soul ties literally, the equivalent is literally just an attachment.
or a mental obsession.
It could be that, but that would have stemmed from you
Sounds
being
so
attached.
bad.
Yeah,
But
I
with
don't
this-
think
That's bad.
mental
Imagine.
obsession. I think more of a connection
That's
with
like-
someone, innit?
That
Nah,
goes
it's
into
obsession.
jealousy,
Trust me.
and that goes into doing stupid shit.
Psychology shit.
Shall I read again?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm having issues with my ex, still being attached. We have sex from time to time, but I just want to be left alone.
That's
Now
fuck
what
buddies.
should I do?
Fuck buddies.
No, what?
No,
I
it's
give
not.
it to him. He's still.
You know, I like you can. It depends how you.
Wait, breakup sex is the best though.
No, that doesn't make sense because no,
When
it
you
doesn't
keep
make
vision like going back
Maybe
and
he
forth.
just wants
No,
to
it
hit
isn't-
it though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Actually, maybe he just
The
wants to
issue
do
I
his
have-
thing.
His other things. as well.
The issue I have with this is a lot of like people who break up do this, especially I think girls initiate a lot. Like when they break up with someone because they don't want to have so many sexual partners, or they don't want their body count to like be sky high.
okay, they
They
go
will
back
say
to
to
the
their
same.
ex, okay, cool, we're not together, but I'll come to you if I want to do this. I'll come to you when I want to do that.
Yeah.
I feel like when somebody's your ex, you need to lock off all forms
All
of connection,
communication,
everything,
yeah.
because you cannot grow. You'll be attached to this person at all
Right.
times,
A lot of
whether
girls
sex
do
is
that,
involved
fam.
or not.
I agree.
Lots
Exactly,
of
and
girls.
I feel like it's so
No,
toxic.
guys too though. I'm not gonna just put it on
But
all
you
the girls,
can't-
but guys as well.
But girls
more
will
time,
straightforward say,
yeah,
this is what I want to do.
Girls will say, yeah.
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 I
I
want
feel like
that.
anyone who puts themselves in that situation is setting themselves up to get hurt.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be like sexist, but girls in particular, something like that, they'll be thinking, yeah, like maybe there's still a chance, blah blah blah. Even though they're the same one that said, nah, no strings attached.
And
Even
also
if
that
you
as
love
well,
him.
guys can have sex with no emotions attached. So whereas you, like, you're still going back.
Girls can do the same.
That's
Girls
very
can.
general.
Girls
But
can.
some
It's
girls
like-
are at it,
They
moving
can,
reckless,
They're
breaking boys' hearts.
wrecky.
Sex is a very intimate thing. So if you lots are broken up and then obviously, but it looks like that you lots ain't gonna get back together, you want to be left alone for now. You guys have sex and then the next morning do you not feel like a type of way you're putting yourself back through that traumatic experience where it's like a breakup kind of thing and all of that? You start thinking
memories.
Yeah,
exactly. That's what happens. But I think from this point onwards, now that you're saying you just want to be left alone, because I'm sure this is causing a lot more issues like for her in terms of maybe she's developing false feelings for him again, or maybe she's expecting him to do this, do that, but they're not together, so he's not doing it. I personally feel like you just need to just cut it off, just stop.
Be celibate for
cut it off and like think about yourself and deal with yourself.
I believe certain parts of what happened in the bedroom should be kept private, because you can have that one friend that you can go and speak to or stuff like that about like your sexual experiences, but I feel like more stuff that happened in the bedroom should be kept between you and that person, and you shouldn't leave the doors. Like even when you guys break up, it can be the most toxic of breakups. You do not let that type of intimacy, that kind of intimate information, like you shouldn't leave outside of the bedroom and outside of your relationship. I feel like once all ties are cut and all of these kind of things, just leave it at that. Let it go to the grave and just finish with it. So you want to be left alone for now? Be left alone for now. Stop entertaining the whole sexual.
With him and everything. Yeah.
So next dilemma is, how high do you think a body count can be for a boy or girl?
Ooh.
Tough one.
Depends on age. Should we like
trigger me? I can feel
16, 18 and then 23. So let's go 16 first. I feel like
I think max 2.
like 16.
What,
Yeah.
mate?
For
Max.
for who?
You're 16. If you
One.
piped and you're 16, then
We're doing
That's the
girls and
age
then
of
boys after.
consent. You remember, we're living in a society
Girls
these
first.
days where
People are
Yeah, girls
far,
first.
people-
Girls
Yeah.
first.
what to talk or
No,
No, I
oh
mean,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
yeah.
we're living in a society where look at Cardi B for example. She's a bit flashy. All girls kind of look at her as a role model. Right?
Yeah, because you're flown like no, because no. I feel
No,
like
but you see like the dirty stuff that get posted around. Girls are gonna wanna do a lot
but
more.
the mileage on your
these days.
pussy is very important. Like you can't just be going like,
Yeah, but this ain't like 1990s or you know what I mean. Like this is that.
no, but your body is still a temper. I don't believe bare man should be running through that at the age of 16. I feel like it's like one age of consent, because it's the age of
Yeah.
consent number one. I personally feel like 16 you're not personally ready. Like for most females are not ready in it because they haven't advanced to that emotional stage yet. But I feel like
I think max
One.
2.
I feel one. Like,
I just look
I
at
think your
today's
body
I
society.
say 2, innit?
if you're 16 and you're a girl, and your body count is like 5, you're doing too much. You're doing, you know them girls that, oh, but it's
That's
not
way
like
too
I was in a
much.
relationship when I piped. You don't need to pipe everyone you're
a
in a
relationship can be for
with.
3 months as well. So
Honestly,
that's not
2 weeks.
Yeah,
months, 2
You
weeks.
don't-
as
you
well.
don't have to-
Yeah.
Have to like share it out like quick.
For a girl that's 18, I think 4, man. You gotta like, it can't be one-sided, man. You can't
Yeah.
just.
No, I
like,
wanna know. No, this ain't like triggering me or nothing, yeah. But I'm just saying, like, it's so weird, like, just hearing you guys like pushing up your face, like, what's the? I wanna know
I'll
what's the
accept it.
problem.
I'll accept it. Like, if I don't know, I don't know.
I'm actually trying to understand.
Because
Like,
girls-
yeah, you can talk to a girl, and a girl might really like a boy, like
Right.
you know, like a girl can really like a boy, think that boy is serious about her. Like,
Okay, cool.
It's easy to trick girls into it.
When a girl comes round to your yard or you meet her for the first time, first she says,
You know I'm not like that and this and that. I don't usually do these things and
rate, innit? So girls act more stood. So the man will just be like, yeah, cool, you want to be calm, it's calm, innit? But girls will be like,
nah, not really trying to do that. Like I'm not. Like, I don't need to seem as that girl. I'm not that kind of guy. You know, like
And
I'm
she'll
gonna
come
end
back
up-
the next time.
yeah, exactly.
It's alright,
And then they do that same routine with other guys just so it looks like they're not that kind
I'll
of
get
guy.
that, though.
Yeah, that they try to cover it up kind of thing. Well, you know,
You'd be surprised how
it's
much
the whole
you really
village.
Alright, cool. I'm 18. I just found out I'm pregnant, and I've just gotten out of a relationship. Plus, abortion's on my mind. What should I do?
I think it depends on the financial situation. I feel like it depends on your maturity, if you're able to handle the baby. But in total, I feel like if you put yourself in a position to have sex, you're ready to have a child because you should have thought about all of this in the first place. So I feel like abortion should never be on your mind because you thought you was big enough to go and have sex. If you're big enough to go and have sex, you should be big enough to have a baby.
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
I can't say that.
Yeah.
Alright,
Yeah.
cool. Now me,
I wanna, yeah,
I'm like, I've got strict Christian belief here. Abortion's not acceptable, in my opinion.
You ain't
It's
ever
not
gonna carry a
acceptable.
baby, so you can't just make broad statements
Listen, you're
like
taking
that.
a bit. You're taking.
Oh,
you're
for the-
taking.
Wait, for the girls,
You're
are
taking
you
a life.
are or against abortion?
Against.
Do you know what? Yeah, I'm against abortion to a certain extent. Like, I'm against abortion, but I feel like it's okay for females to have like
A abortion or 2 abortion. Like it's
No,
not
like-
to reuse.
I don't think people should just up and decide, you know what, cool, I'm pregnant, let me get an abortion. But I think some people are so like heavily against abortion. They think it's a sin for a girl to be in a situation. No, wait. You don't know what I'm gonna say. They think like it's a sin for a girl to be in a situation where she's young and she's pregnant, and she even questions it. Like there's gonna be so much like there's gonna be so much like emotional stress that she's gonna be feeling. If she comes to you and she's like, I want to have an abortion, you can't be beating her down. It's mad if she then gets the abortion, but some people are too strict on the fact.
But you lots have to remember, yeah, nobody is ready for parenthood until that child is there. So you can try to prepare yourself all you want, but it's not like you'll be like, no, nobody is ever ready, because most pregnancies are unexpected. Nobody ever plans to have a child, and even when you plan to have the child will never come when you plan it. It's always unexpected. So I feel like, you know, you saying that you're not ready for the child at the moment, nobody's ever ready to have a child. It's just most cases, I guess most of us, like our parents didn't really plan to have it, so it just happens. And most of us
some people can't have children. Instead of taking their life, have the child and put it up for adoption.
You forget as well, like when you have an abortion, it hinders your chances to have another baby again. So I feel like if my girlfriend was to have an abortion, or somebody that used to like, it doesn't.
It doesn't, but
I feel like you're cursing yourself.
In my opinion, yeah, I think that
because it's not turning to a graveyard.
What people do so much is that they start, once a person finds out they're pregnant, that's when they start thinking about, oh, this is happening in my life, this is happening, oh, I'm not financially stable. Why are you thinking about all the variables and all the issues going in your life? You should, when you're taking that step to say, you know what, I'm gonna start having sex, you need to start thinking about all these situations. So if you're a person that does not like to practice protected sex via a condom, there is also contraception, all this type of stuff. So I feel like you always need to take precautions before. I agree with Janelle in terms of like, it's normal, it's so normal for a girl to start thinking, oh my gosh, like blah blah, because the panic is there. If she's young, she's gonna be scared to tell her mum, or if they're with their dad, scared to tell their dad, family members, just scared of the whole thing. So it's normal.
You see, with parents
to think it, but it's not. But you shouldn't.
I'm different. Yeah. I'm on the far side of all of you, and personally.
You think like you're
because I'm saying like, if you're at the age of 18 and you've just got in a relationship, and my ex team has gotten pregnant, God forbid, like, since we're exes, since we're not even going out, like, you guys may think, oh yeah,
I'd be stressing if it was my ex.
Don't be thinking about the financial. I think about the financial. I think about, oh, that's gonna your life up, like
your life. So you're one of them.
No.
Bye.
So I'm not saying bye, but I'm saying it's gonna both lives up. Like you're gonna have to go through a hard struggle, a hard curve in life now, because you've decided that cool, yeah, people can have. I'm saying if you want to have sex unprotected or protected, just do your thing in it, but try to find other means of being protected.
But remember the repercussions on top of that as well. You can't just use abortion because it's available, because once upon a time abortion was never an option.
Cool.
So just because it's not, it's a resource now, it shouldn't mean you should take advantage of it.
No,
and even the fact that you're pregnant.
Another thing I don't like is that a lot of the time people try to in my opinion, I feel like life starts the minute the sperm and the egg.
We had a different
like this. I feel like no, I know, because and it's actually I feel like I know I should respect people's opinion, but your opinion is so stupid. I feel like the minute you can see, that's when that is your child. That's what's inside of you. I hate this whole 3-4 months. Oh, it doesn't have a heartbeat. It doesn't this. It doesn't that. Like,
if you don't want a child, just put it up for adoption. There's a family out there that can't.
No,
okay,